Raff Rant. I'm Raff.
And I'm Raff. We're Raff.
Raffa Rispo of the Far From Vesuvius podcast. That's Ralph Bizzarro of Calcio Napoli Club. Just rant about Napoli.
Let's go for it.
We're going to rant. We're going to match report. We're going to talk about the games. We're going to talk about topics. You leave comments and we'll read your comments out. Question.
All right. Quick stats.
Yes. Throw the stats up there. On to a nice little segment that we're going to call the Beast of the Match.
So who is beasting it for the Napoli team? Let's see.
Follow us on Facebook, Raffaele Rispo, Ralph Bizzarro, Twitter at Raffa Napoli 83. That's me.
CNC USA 26.
I want some feedback to the show. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see more or less of? This is going to be a show for you guys too. I want a lot of comments.
We want to rant about something. Let us know if you want us to rant about something.
I promise you, we're not going to agree on everything all the time.
We won't.
We're going to yell at each other every now and then.
Come and rant. This is what it's for. We want to give you a space to let loose so you can do it here.
Well, that's going to do it, Ralph. Were we boring enough for you?
I don't know. I think we were great.
Let's get to it.
Madonna do Carmen, aiutici tu.
Benvenuti, fellas and bellas all over the world. Welcome to another episode of the Raff and Raff Rant. I am Raff Biz, joined by my co-host, the Vicar of Vesuvius, Raffa Rispo. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Welcome to everybody in the chat. It's good to be back, Raffa. How we doing today?
It's good. It feels good to be back. I'm doing good. I got some new drip, wearing a little new drip. The Drip King is here.
Man.
Where you at, Fran? Where you at?
Where you at? Well, the last toll did go, it was split 50-50, but a couple of those new items might have put you over the edge. However, we do have some news. We were talking about it, pre-live, but what were you saying, Rafa?
No, just that I'm excited for, what's to come. The new season is going to start. I'm a little behind. I still have to, block out my Kimbo and put the SSC Napoli patch over this,
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm a little behind, But luckily, Kappa reached out to me and said, it's okay. You can wear this shirt today.
So we're good. We're not going to have any copyright issues.
We're good.
On today's
No
episode.
copyright issues. Kappa's a go. And when EA7 comes out, you know where I'll be, baby.
Damn.
Right online.
Damn right. What's up, Dom? Me and Dom going back and forth.
He
was excited.
Dommy.
What's going on? I saw it. Hello, Scoundrel.
Hey, and thanks for waiting around, guys. I know we set out a 6:00 start time, but life gets in the way, my guys.
Life always gets in the way. Guys.
We're really working on trying to be a little more punctual, trying to be a little more let's just say just like stick to our times, you know what I mean? But 100% you're going to see us every single week here on the Raff and Raff Rant, especially when the season gets started, for sure.
Word. And you know what too, Rafa, the exciting thing is, like, I had a bunch of people ask me for the past week or two, guys, when are you going to rant again? When are you going to rant again? When is the Napoli line going to open? So I was really happy to hear people asking, hey, where are you guys? Because, and a bit, again, big sorry, not only besides remaining punctual, we took kind of a summer schedule this past month or so,
for sure,
just to kind of lighten things up. There's been so much going on, and then a lot of little changes at the beginning of the summer, so we're taking it light. But believe me, as soon as things start rocking and rolling, between the market and when the season starts and the preseason and all that, we know we saw a couple friendlies. We'll talk about that today as well, but as soon as all that's going down, we'll be here every Monday, just like we were before, and definitely for the post games, because lots of people have been asking about the post games, and what I really want to do is to get more people on here for those post game shows. There's so many people in the Twitter world, social media land. I would love to have you Napoli fans here live with us, or at least on the phone, just talking, because I think post game time is a great time to just have some reaction from you, the viewers. We really want you guys to participate us. Mondays we'll try to have all different kinds of guests, but we really look forward to seeing you guys in the chat, because we want you to be part of the rant. So come in here to rant, let loose a little bit. We're not super technical here on the rant. We just let it all out. We just let it out, Rafa. We
let it roll from the tip. It's funny because I was telling Ali right before we're getting ready to go. I said, I'm gonna ready to go do the show, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
I like this. On
gonna let
time.
it
That
flow.
sounds anti-Italian. It does. It's true. Well,
listen, if we want to move up in this world, we got to figure this out, you know.
yeah, you know, right?
We got to go anti-Italian if we want to.
Right. But better late than never, as they say, right?
Mhm.
Hello.
At least we're in
Preseason.
HD.
We are. Yes, we are. Privinter. Yo, big up.
Privinter, what's up, buddy?
Yes. Looking forward to teeing up this season. Definitely looking forward to teeing up with you guys, man.
It must be early over there.
I'm assuming they're overseas.
They're
right?
in Australia, yes, sir.
How is it down under, man? I mean, I know they're going through a lot right now, but
Well, I think it's all over the place, man. I think everybody's kind of catching this other wave here, but
that little delta is Buonasera Napolitani.
hey,
What up,
Tony says, happy birthday in ritardo to Tony Sessa. He celebrated a birthday earlier. I think it was like a little later last month, right, Tony? No, he had a birthday. Yep.
All right.
Also, Scotto Di Luzio, the Scotto Di Luzios
yes.
had a baby, and we welcome Enzo.
Disregard that noise.
Yeah. We're not putting the crickets onto your baby.
No. God, no. Please.
But the you know,
yes,
Casey, I think her name is the wife, and
to your newborn.
Newborn Enzo Scotto Di Luzio. Cliff is here. What's up, Cliff? Chris Estrada's here. I'm loving it. I'm loving this. This is a nice. Sal Di Brita's here. Yo,
what's up? Shout out for Christopher Estrada. What up, guys? Thank you, Pil. Who else we got? Monday, yes. Cliff. What up, Cliff? My dude, Cliff.
My guy.
Cliff got a couple shout outs on Twitter recently. Yeah,
Cliff is big time. Cliff is hanging with Amoyal and Boinetti and. Dude, Cliff is with the IFTV boys. He's getting his rounds.
Let me find out, like shady on the low, Cliff, right? Like
it reminds me of me when I first got started out. Everyone started asking me around. Only it was not as high profile as you know, Amoyal and the IFTV boys. He's a big man, Cliff.
So excited for this season, FORZA NAPOLI. So are we, Joe, man. So
thank you, Joe. Yeah.
I can't wait. After seeing these past few friendlies, guys, man, I'm loving the chat right now, guys. Feeling it.
Yeah, the chat's hopping.
Loving it, guys. Ciao, what we got right here? Giovanni, ciao, fratelli. How are you, sir? How are you? This one, Sal. Here we go. Guys, help us out here. When is Ocho Cinco coming on the rant?
So listen.
I want to screenshot this one. Screenshot it.
Here's the deal with Ocho Cinco, okay? Here's the deal with Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco, I've tried to get in touch with him many occasions, either on Far From Vesuvius, on the rant, my own personal Twitter. You got to catch him at the right time. I think he doesn't really answer a lot.
Okay.
Like if he answers you, it's just at the right place at the right time. I think maybe he gets a lot of tweets and just kind of like skips them. It's either that or he's too big to come on Raff and Raff, you know. But Either way, I appreciate him because he's a Napoli fan. I think he picked Napoli because of FIFA. He's a big FIFA player, big time, which is fine. He picked them because of FIFA, and Napoli's had a bit of a, couple down seasons from the time where he would become a fan. And I appreciate that he's stuck with Napoli, and he's actually chosen Napoli to come in first this season to win the Scudetto, which I would love, but
Cliff, don't play with my emotions right here.
Cliff don't got it.
Cliff knows it.
Cliff,
damn it! I'm gullible.
Cliff's guy is Amoyal. That's who Cliff's guy is. Oh man, so let's get going, man. What are we going to talk about today, Rafi boy?
Dom says we own it this season.
Well,
Christopher Estrada, what are we talking about ranting today? This is the question, guys. Hold on here. Let's put Peter Scott. Hey guys, can't really watch live, but glad to see you guys together again. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, sir. Catch on the replay or on the audio. We'll post the audio too later. If you're busy working, if you're driving, can't watch, we'll hit you on the audio at the Far From Vesuvius podcast.
Yes,
no worries, guys. No worries.
No worries, guys. But thank you so much for stopping by real quick. And we were saying that about the summer schedule, a little light for the next month or so. But again, once the season gets back, guys, we're back on it again, without a doubt. And we're just getting better and better, and we're just rolling. So it's lots of fun. But yeah, the $1 million question, Raffa. What are we ranting about today? Now,
Well,
I think there's a ton of things to rant about. Now, considering we just saw a decent performance in the preseason from Napoli against Bayern Munich the other day, 3 polpetta against the Germans, 2 of them coming from our boy Victor Osimhen, the man, the guy. Cannot wait to see next season, man. I can't wait to watch this team, Rafa. But
yeah.
other than that, it's been somewhat of a slow, daunting kind of summer, especially since the transfer season started, Rafa, between the kits not arriving and we're going to go big. And you know how this is the drip, the Serie A drip community is right here in Napoli. But and then with Venezia dropping their kicks and Inter, and we're going to talk about all those. It's been real tight in that department. But also with the signings, with Insigne, with Emerson, with the center defensive mids. Guys, there's so much that I'm sure we're all worrying about. And we're going to rant about a little bit today, all right? And we definitely want to hear from you. So for everybody in the chat right now, get involved in the action. Hit like, hit share too, guys. That help the show grow. We appreciate that, of course. So let's see where we start. Where do we start? We're going to start with, you know what? Why don't we start with the injuries?
Let's go.
Let's get
Let's
these
do it.
out the way real quick, guys, because we had a bit of a scare. We had Provercelli was one of the first preseason games that we played.
It was actually the second. It was the second one. It was the 1-0 victory, which a lot of people gave us a lot of crap about. And maybe rightfully so. You shouldn't be held 1-0 to Provercelli's side, but to be completely fair, Provercelli was very, very tough against us. They played us tough, and for some reason they had a point to prove against us. They didn't want to go out there thinking that, now here comes Napoli. They're going to beat us 11-0. That we're not going to let it happen. I feel like that's really why we kind of, I don't want to say struggled, but couldn't score more than one. Osimhen got the goal, fine.
Right.
But that foul to Deme was just uncalled for.
Crap.
We're in preseason, guys. You know what I mean? Like also, on the flip side, we're gonna talk about how Napoli, took care of Bayern Munich and praise it. But at the same time, we're gonna stop and say, it's preseason. It's not the right time to be going in on a challenge. It's not like this is a Coppa Italia game
from the back too. I mean,
yeah,
what is
man,
that? Like,
yeah.
What are these guys playing Calcio Storico over there out there, Provercelli?
Yeah,
like, what,
exactly.
No need for that. No need for that.
It was
a
dirty foul. Well, and they got in his face. Yeah. So we lost Deme for they're talking about 3 to 4 months, I think. Right. It was officially ruled a high grade, a first grade, a grade 1 sprain to the knee,
right?
And where we thought it was a torn ACL.
No,
but he did go in for surgery. So what was the surgery like?
It was
what was the surgery about?
I don't know. I thought it was like some kind of blunt trauma or so. Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm confusing that with Unas, another guy who just recently got injured as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. With the second degree sprains, I believe we need Carmine. Carmine, our resident physician. But I know it tears, but it doesn't completely rip. There's like
it might have been
micro tears or something.
It might have been a slight tear. It might have been a really slight tear. Some people get tears where it's like not big enough to get. There you go. Sono Montese. Pretty sure it was a slight tear of the MCL. It could have been, but it's not the ACL, which is good. So now we're looking at the meniscus, right? So they probably went in, scoped it out. Again, 2-3 months, maybe 4 most tops. It just is very difficult because that to me is one of the area of needs. Where we lost Bakayoko, and in terms of depth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We lost Bakayoko to loan back to Chelsea. Now the talks are that he's last I read. Now, mind you, I'm still in preseason mode, and as a matter of fact, this is one of the first seasons where I couldn't give a crap about what's going on in the transfer window. I can't deal with it anymore. I had such a good time with the Euros. I'm so eager to get this thing started. If you're going to come. If not, you're not. I'm not paying attention to it the way I used to. But I did see something about possibility where Bakayoko would come back in to cover again. And but now we're out Deme. So it's like, for me, I feel like that's one spot we might need, especially with how Lobotka played last season. And it's just unfortunate because Dem is one of our, better midfielders, and we're gonna need him to get started.
But Rafa, the whole midfield conversation was kind of already on the table, right? It was one of the positions that we were trying to get. That and of course the left back. Now, does Napoli go out and try to find an additional midfielder, guys? And I'm bringing this out to the chat as well. I want to know what you think. Get your
hang on before you do. Sono Montese came out and corrected me. Thank you, Sono Montese. I appreciate that. But it's the MCL is the medial collaterate ligament, and is separate from the meniscus. Good, because this whole time I always thought the MCL was a meniscus. I'm not the guy, man. You got, like you said, you got to get Carmine on it. So yeah, so no tear of the meniscus, but again, it's still a ligament tear, and it's gonna take some time. So I'm sorry to interrupt, Ralph, but
no,
I'm happy.
Well, no. First of all, I want to shout out Vincenzo. What up, Vincenzo? Manolo should have
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. He definitely should have.
You got to check. We were on the Calcio Connection, guys, not long ago.
Yes.
It was me, Raffa, Vincenzo was there, Manny. It was just Joe Fischetti had to go. He had to cut out a little early, but he was there as well.
Right.
It was an awesome panel of Napolitani. So if you haven't seen it,
it was a great show too.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It was fun, really fun.
Subscribe to their channel on YouTube, Calcio Connection. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Alex Dono and Jerry Mancini.
Yeah, do a great job. Love those two guys, man. And so thank you for checking out. Sono Mate is an expert. I had 70 injuries deep. Thanks, Marine Corps.
Ay. Manaccio, miseria, manaccio.
All right, so come on. Let's how ADL won't spend a cent unless he sells someone. And Carmelo, this is kind of like what we were getting at. But here's the deal: like, does he need? We have Gaetano in the cut. It's one of our aces in the hole there. Like, Ralph, right. I want to just bring out the question again.
Right? Do
we go after another? Aside from the CDM or whatever that we needed, regardless. Do we go after additional midfielder? My short answer is no.
No. I'm going to agree.
I want to know what you think.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree because so we were talking about, what's his name from Verona that we were talking about all season long last year from day one. Zaccagni.
Yeah.
Listen, this was all contingent on if Fabian is leaving. Doesn't look to me like Fabian's going anywhere. I'm sorry, but I know it's late. I know it's getting late, and I know everyone's frustrated about ADL and the way he does his business or what have you. There's a couple weeks left to the season starts. 3, right?
Right.
Do you really think Fabian's going to get sold at this point? Do you really think any of these guys are going to get sold at this point? He's looking. I think ADL's looking to offset, like offload a couple of the smaller players to get a couple bucks, and then get that one player we need, the left back, so like I was saying before, I saw a report saying that there's a possibility for ADL to agree with a loan for Emerson. It would take them getting Bakayoko back on a dry loan as well. Like, that's what he wants. He wants Bakayoko back on a dry loan, split the costs with Chelsea for the annual salary, and then he'll approach Emerson in a loan deal. So he's really trying to work Chelsea into a corner, and they have a relationship. I think it could happen, but in the same breath, if we're not selling Fabian, if we have Gaetano on the come up, which I think Ralph, you hit it on the head. I was thinking the same thing. I think Gaetano in the middle could really service us this season, and do us some sort of good. Where we'll have Fabian, Lobotka, Deme when he returns, Gaetano,
right.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just I don't think we need to go out and chase, or rather use our resources to go out and chase another midfielder when Deme is gonna come back. He probably miss 6 games, maybe. It seems like a lot, but it's not. It's not like he's gonna miss 3 months of the first season. Which in that case, maybe I would have thought, okay, let's get somebody else. But between Fabian there, we still have Zielinski. There's Elmas in the mix. If we get Bakayoko back, you know.
Yeah, but you just said it, and that's a name I forgot. Elmas. You know, like I think. I mean, last week
and
I
Lobotka,
tweeted that
I'm sorry.
And Lobotka, yeah.
Everybody in the chat.
Lobotka too. Tutino is there too, you know, and Vincenzo brings up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like we could be good in that spot, you know. Whereas last week I tweeted out saying, you know, we really need a left back and another midfielder. But again, if we're keeping Fabian and we're gonna call back up, you know, a Gaetano, what's the point? What's the point in spending the money? You know, everybody really outside of Napoli's circle, really, honestly, regards Napoli as having number 2 or number 3 best squad in Serie A, you know, as far as depth goes. And that says something. I mean, you know, Lobotka was not the best last season. Let's see what he could do under Spalletti. You know, Spalletti likes him, I think.
I want to read this one off Raffa from Vincenzo, because I know we haven't mentioned some. Vincenzo was there in the Couch Connection. We did mention this, and I think it's important. I don't think we sell any big players. Unas can get us 25 million. Let's see what happens, though. He had that ankle knock, so I don't know if it's going to scare teams away. But Tutino, I believe, another 10. We just need a DM and a starting left back, hopefully Emerson. This is it. You know what I mean? This is kind of, I think, where most of our heads are at, I feel like. So this is a good summarization of at least my feelings of, like, I don't think we're not in desperation mode. We're just like, all right, what do we need mode? We're not going to overspend. Let's do what we got. Let's fill in whatever piece we need and then move forward. And again, Spalletti has the same attitude about it all. And so
you see, I'm gonna go in another direction with where Vincenzo says, and I think we keep Unas. You know, I think
you were real down to Napoli here.
Well, yeah,
Kinda.
there you go.
Yeah.
I really am. I want to see Unas off the bench in the Europa League. Listen, we need a really, like, okay, yes, last season injuries really plagued us, and I'm the first to use that as a proper excuse for us. Like, had it not been for the injuries, I think we would have gone farther in Europa League. Imagine if we had 5 of those players on the bench for us for the Europa League. You know what I mean? That were injured. Keep Unas for depth, man. Insigne can't play every single game. Lozano could cover on the left when he needs a break. You have Politano on the right. You have Unas now. You know? That's 4 players for those positions. Let's do it. Don't forget we have Mertens who can play on the wing as well. Right. You know, let's not forget where he's versatile to go in the middle or in the left. Same thing for Insigne. He can go in the middle too. So that's the thing, is that we have such a versatility in what we have now. Selling Unas would get us a good 25 mil and get us what we need. But also selling a couple of those younger players that we see going on loan every year. You know, Unas does too, but Tutino, you know, all these Zedatka, you know, or he was a youth guy though primarily. Mashash, who really scored a really good goal against Bayern Munich, but still, you know, Cicciretti, who was just sold, I believe. Get rid of him. Let's make money back on that, because those are youth guys. Yeah, those are youth guys that are grown up now and they don't have a spot in the team. So sell them instead of instead of these loans. Sell them off, make a little money, get yourself your left back. He's stingy. He's going to go for the deal he wants. But if they don't bite, there's Grimaldo. There's that other kid that they were talking about. Name is escaping me. I think it started with Z. I don't remember. But
wait. Say that again. The
kid that
right back.
It's not the right back. But there's another player that we're looking at. No, not.
Sorry.
Who's the other? Come on, Rafi.
I've been waiting 2 weeks to do that, Raffa.
Macaque.
So fun.
Macaque.
Here's Macaque playing.
Macaque sword. Macaque sword. All right.
This is a good one. In Napoli, they are.
Zanilo is the youth
He's the
guy.
right
That's
back.
not who I'm. That's not who I'm thinking of.
Right.
Yes, you're right though. I'm thinking of there's another player. Maybe it started with a T. I don't remember, but there's a player. There's a left back that we were looking at. Aside from Grimaldo, aside from Emerson, there was another guy,
On Napoli's
or
youth?
something like that.
So-
Yeah, no, it's not
Napoli's-
on Napoli's youth. No,
Oh,
never
okay,
mind.
okay.
We're dragging.
Either way,
It's drag.
either
We're
way.
dragging.
Yeah.
But
See,
the point is what I'm trying to say is that we keep the team we have. We sell the dead weight loan spell guys. Just sell them off and make a couple bucks to get ourselves deliver player to. That's it. Tatsikis. Yep, that's it.
There you go.
Napoli
Thank you,
got it.
Matteo.
Yep. Team
Thank you, sir.
Simikas, Tatsikas. I don't know. Matteo got it. Don DiNapoli got it. It's another Greek. There you go. Partner
Another
with
Greek.
Manos.
LRE.
Forget it. No, another Greek on the team. Mike from
Greek
IFTV's favorite team, Napoli. 2 Greeks on the team.
But here's the
Absolutely.
deal. I want to get something that Dominic said about where is it? If this is what I'm afraid of, though. Keeping Unas in the gang here, will we be overloaded? I mean, does Unas have space? I don't mind the depth because I want to get at the very least top 4 and hopefully Europa League. And I think Unas is a guy that we can have him start at the very least in Europa League, and I think he can perform well there because according to his stats, by the minutes that he has versus goals and assists, he seems to be a little bit better in the Europa League. But Raffa, are we overloaded if we keep Unas? Now, Mertens, or at least on that right side, because we have Lozano, we have Politano. Does Unas fit in this roster if we are to pick up another center midfielder and a left back?
I think he does because Mertens hasn't really been playing on the wing lately. He's sort of a, number 10,
No, I know, but do we have space in general, like on the bench? Do we have enough to fill up the roster?
Well, the bench is the whole roster now. We don't have just a number of people on the bench. So yeah, we have space, of course. Why not? Why not?
Is there a limit? I was just asking.
No,
is there
actually,
an actual
no.
technical number?
No. Everybody on the bench is available for games now. Back in the day, there was about 7 or 8, and then there were reserves. But now everybody's available on the bench. So basically,
let's have a party.
Keeping
everybody. Keep everybody.
Keeping Unas would make sense. Keeping Unas would make sense. Keeping everyone would make sense because a lot people say this, and it's Dom just doesn't want competition for his boy. We're not. Lozano to the left. Well, listen. So here's the deal, man. Lozano's injured. Lozano's injured right now. Right? Who knows when he's coming back? We are looking at maybe late September, so that's at least 4 or 5 games without him. We have Politano, but maybe we keep Unas, to compensate for that. Then Lozano comes back in. Now we have Unas, who's played some matches, possibly, played some minutes, and is ready to start the Europa League. And I just feel like selling is the quick way to make a buck to fulfill other areas of need, and it makes sense. But at the same time, it makes sense to keep him too, especially right now. You know what I mean? It just, for me, makes the most sense to keep him. And then, you know what? If he's not doing great, sell him in the freaking winter. You know what I'm saying? It depends on where we're at that point. I just think keeping him for the start is the right way to go. And Mertens also, he had this shoulder injury, like he's had surgery on the shoulder, so who knows what kind of condition he'll be in by the start of the season. Mm-hmm. I just think it's smart to keep what we have so far.
I'll bring this up too then, in regards, because now I'm thinking about Lozano. Everybody's kind of mentioning him. I want to know everybody's feelings on this. How does people feel about Lozano as a striker? Now, I'm not saying that he will start there or he should start there. I just want to hear some takes on Lozano, the striker, the center. Maybe, let's just say Victor has a break one day. Again, everything here is hypothetical right now, guys, all right? So I don't want to make it seem like this is what I want. But can Lozano be that CF for this team? My answer is yes. But
he can.
Raffa, give me your take, and
he can.
Anybody in the chat, please chime in on this because I want to know.
He can be a false nine. He can be a false nine. Where I don't see him is being a second striker behind Osimhen, or like how he was against with Milik with Ancelotti. That's where he was used improperly. As a false nine, yes, it works for Mexico. It worked for him at PSV every now and then. I think it's a good idea. Maybe we sell off Petagna. That might not be a popular move with some people, but we sell off Petagna. See you later. Cut our losses on him or what have you. But if we need to make cash in order to bring in another player, maybe that's where we go. Right. Those loan spell guys and Petagna. See you later. You know?
We also here, Matteo. We have kind of a replacement already on the team for Petagna too. Then who was it? Did he score that last against Bayern?
That was Mashash who scored. Makak who scored.
Makak?
Makak.
Is it Mashash? Is that how you pronounce it?
I was told it was pronounced Makak.
Makak.
Zinedine Makak.
In
Italiano si dice Makak.
It's Makak based on
the
laws of Italian language.
In French, it might be Mashash. Mashash. Or in wherever he's from. Yeah.
Mashash de Boeuf.
Zinedine Mashash Makak.
Mo don't want this smoke, bro.
Yo, if Makak stays and plays and scores a ton of goals, we could literally say Makak is on fire, can't we?
Makak is on
Makak is on fire.
Toasty.
Makak.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
It seems like everybody's on board with this. I don't think anybody here is going to mind Lozano up front. I think he does that for Mexico either way.
He does. He does.
I just want to see Victor and Lozano just blowing people away. You know, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to these guys. Did you see, can we talk about that counterattack that we saw? I don't know that. I don't know what if I'd like to know everybody. I would like to know how you guys felt watching that Bayern Munich game. Like, what stood out to you the most? There's a few takes. I know there's a few guys in the chat in the group that we spoke to, and I saw so many different takes after that game, especially on Twitter and all that, Raffa, about they look like this, they look like that. I would say for the most part, everybody at the moment is happy with Spalletti. Now, listen, we're talking about 3 preseason games, okay? So I don't want to overdo it. And the first 2 games, you know, I don't think there's much there to really judge. But the game against Bayern and how we saw the players come out, I just think I think they're more ready for that counterattack. Yeah. I've heard people say, and I don't want to steal takes here because I have friends saying, but people who've said that the midfield look a little bit tighter, Raffa. What was the one thing for you? And again, this goes out to everybody in the chat that really stood out that maybe you didn't see last year with this team, but we might see next season under Spalletti. Okay.
Yeah, can I just say that nobody saw the 14-0 win, right, against who was it? The first one.
Basa
Nudat or something like that.
It was the Sunday wine league.
Nudat.
There was a guy. Rafa. There was a guy at the game who was streaming it on his phone. It was the worst production, but you know what?
Sure,
I appreciated every moment. So thank you to that guy. If you ever want to watch
that dude. I'll never forget the time. For some reason, my stream wasn't working, and this is back when we were doing the Sempre days. And James, who was the founder of Sempre, he really needed me to watch it because we were doing a show. So he Facebook video messaged me and propped his phone up to his screen, and I got to watch the game on his screen through my phone. Awesome. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
I don't know what happened with me, and I couldn't. Oh, we were with BN Sports at the time, and BN Connect was absolutely terrible. But I really needed to see the game. So
that's good. Shout out to everybody who does share the links. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, very much so. Who was it? It was Joe Bianco who found a really good link for Bayern. And I got to put it on the shop really quick, and it was busy. So answering your question, Ralphie, I didn't get to see a lot of the Bayern game. No.
Okay.
I was able to catch glimpses of it, and I was able to watch all the goals, which was nice. And the 1-0 Pro Vercelli, I only got to see the second half, which was really, really, really boring because it wasn't good at all. But I mean, against Bayern, yeah, man, like I really feel like the play was a lot more fluid. You know, the midfield was a lot tighter. The counterattacks were amazing. I'll tell you what, but there was that bobble from Contini, the goalkeeper. Okay. But other than that lob down to that, yeah, but yeah. But that lob down to whoever was in the midfield that found Mashash to take that shot was just really something that you would see out of like Ospina, you know, where he really like was able to distribute it well. So that's good. And you know, listen, Osimhen is scoring goals. Okay, yeah, I know it was only, you know, Bassa Anuta or whatever the hell they're called, and I know it's Pro Vercelli, and but he's got 4 against the first team, 1 against Pro Vercelli, and now he's got 2 against Bayern Munich. He scored 7 goals. 8 goals in 3 games of preseason so far, and this is what you're gonna see from Osimhen with Spalletti, you know, and when you're in here's the thing with Spalletti, okay, because this was the question, and I did see a question from Jerry Cola. Kala? Is that Kala or Cola?
Yeah.
And we will talk about that. We haven't talked about that yet. No,
gotcha.
Okay, yeah. But before we get to that, my feeling on Spalletti is this: when we got rid of Gattuso, I was hurt because he was a very, very much a favorite in this house. I understood it, but I was hurt by it, and I really sympathized with him. I was a big fan of his, big fan of his, still am. You don't look at, you know, and maybe I should ask Azuri fan Phil about this because he's been saying the whole time, Spalletti.
We got to get his ass on this show soon.
He does have to come on the show.
Phil, soon you're getting the call up.
Vieni qua, Phil. You're getting the call up, whether you want it or not. You're coming in. Basically, he saw it from the beginning, and he was able to look at it through not an emotional state. Now, me, I'm an emotional guy. You guys all know that. I back Napoli. Somebody else told me I think it was Ando, who told me I'm the most optimistic Napoli fan, and he doesn't know how I do it. And it's true.
I agree.
I look at all the positives. I try to keep the negatives away, and I say, you know what? This is okay, but not that. With Gattuso leaving, I was hurt. And Spalletti coming in, I was a little bit bitter towards him. It was a little bittersweet. It was a little like, you know, wasn't too excited. But I'm telling you, upon further research, and I said this in Calcio Connection, that guy's strikers score goals, man. His strikers can score goals. And a full Osimhen, even if he misses 4 matches because of the AFCON, he's going to win Capocannoniere. I will not make any other prediction I make from here on out will be just tongue-in-cheek, hope. This is what I hope. I'm telling everybody out on Napoli, Twitter, Facebook, social media, on this show, Victor Prince Osimhen will win Capocannoniere this season. Whether we finish top 4, top 5, he's going to win Capocannoniere because we're going to score a lot of goals under Spalletti.
Big statement there. You got a wow for that, Raffa. That's a big statement.
Sounded like Nima.
I hope so.
Was that Nima?
No. But I hear what you're saying.
It sounded like Nima, man. Tell me about it.
Nima, another guy that has to come back on soon, man. Man, we promised Nima he'd come back on to talk about drip because shit.
Yes. We were talking. Yes, we were.
Dude,
he says 27 goals. 27. Yeah, I mean.
They're with you here. 100%. 100% from Alfonso.
I could see total in all competitions. I could see 35. 36, 37.
I agree. He'll score the most in-game. Penalties may steal the title off him, though. Possible.
Penaldo.
I agree. Ossi's good. He stays healthy. He gets hacked. This is true. I'm agreeing hard body with JCC.
Yeah. They
hack the hell out of our forwards, man, because they can't stop them. They're too damn quick. And that's kind of like what I want to get into, Ralph, about watching Bayern. Spalletti said that he wanted to see the team be a little bit more cheeky. And I think we didn't see no Barcelona tiki-taka, but it feels like everybody was using their strengths, and that's kind of what I've been waiting for. Now, just to talk about Gattuso real quick, I'll say one thing about Gattuso. He definitely primed these players to fit right into Spalletti's system and find success. So if there's, whether you like Gattuso or not, there's one thing he did do. He did adjust the attitude of this team because we were having problems, okay? And he called people out. He yelled at them all over the field. He was kind of micromanaging, and I don't think that's the greatest style of coaching or managing in that respect. But Napoli kind of needed it, all right? They were just not – they were kind of in a place in this weird transitional phase. They needed Papa to come in and kind of yell at them a little bit and get them back on track. And I think Gattuso did that for the most part. He had a lot to deal with between the injuries and the whole nine. And we talked about it 100 times on the show. But he did prime these people. And I think Spalletti really did make Spalletti's kind of job, at least initially, a lot easier, I think, to come into this team.
Yeah, here's the thing with Gattuso. A lot of fans are questioning him because of his tactics, lack thereof, what have you, and the fact that we lost a lot of games under him. We did. It's a fact. We did. But another fact is that what you said, Ralph, he brought players back to normal. Carlo Ancelotti, the legend that he is, and I appreciate him, and I will forever appreciate him for being such a great manager in his career, really screwed this team up, man. This team was lost.
Yeah.
I don't care who was really at the blame for the mutiny. It's under his watch. He's got to take the fall. These players were lost, and Gattuso came in and almost instantly brought Insigne back to life, brought Lozano into a different space, brought the rumor was that Gattuso was racist and Lozano wasn't playing because he was Mexican. That was a rumor going around at one point. There was a rumor around going on that he just didn't like him and didn't like. What happened was he didn't like his freaking attitude, and he didn't like the way he approached himself in his first season at Napoli. And guess what? He turned that shit around. He turned it around.
He said specifically, Raffa, I'm going to add on to that and let you continue. He said specifically, Gattuso on Lozano, he's like, stop falling on the floor, rolling around like a little kid. Stop playing like a little kid. He gave Lozano those cojones, bro, and we all saw what happened. Enough said.
Yeah, man, and I agree. And something that just came to my brain right now is that the rumor in the back was that there was a row between Ancelotti and I'm sorry, not Ancelotti, but between Alan and Edo De Laurentiis. I think that everybody got it wrong, and it might have been with David Ancelotti because what Vincenzo said here,
the son, right?
The son was running that team. Yeah. And that's not a question, that's a fact. The son was running the day-to-day of that team, and Ancelotti was just kind of there. Yeah. While everybody respected Ancelotti and listened to him, and not for nothing, but the first 6 months of Ancelotti's reign was not terrible. He did really well with Napoli, and in the first, because he had Sarri ball and Ancelotti ball mixed together, and they did okay. They finished in second comfortably, but they got lost when it went full Ancelotti, when David took over the team, and that's that. Now, Ancelotti screwed these players up, and Gattuso brought them back. Like I said, Insigne, Lozano, Koulibaly, Husai played better under freaking, and everybody hates Husai, and he's gone now, and that's fine. But the fact is, he played better under Gattuso, even though he screwed up a few times, than he did under the end of the Sarri era and the beginning of the Ancelotti era. It's just a fact, And we just, he turned Fabian into this other position, figured out this other position with Fabian. He just is Politano comes in, Politano, Lozano destroy Callejon numbers in the first season together. Like I said, no need to say, but Insigne is the Insigne of old and is like winning European championships now. I think Gattuso needs to deserve the credit for that. Now, like you said, a good thing is that Spalletti comes in with the same mindset, with the same attitude, and with the same sort of tactical play, but with the smarts, with the experience, with the fact that he knows how to get the best out of his players a little better than Gattuso did. And this is going to be a good thing for Napoli because he's got that. He knows how to do it. You know, he's been there before.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's been away from the league. Like when Ancelotti came back in, he was away from the league for so long. You know, he's only been away from the league for a season or two. Which
could be a good thing in the long run. Could be a good thing, you know. Like who was it that said on the Culture Connection, Raff, about him Spalletti being away, but his battery's kind of recharging, and now it might have been Alex actually, but I agree with that. Maybe a step away, coming back, and for some reason, always coming into Napoli when somebody has something to prove. I feel like Napoli's like the best team for that, right? Because we're such underdogs most of the time that I think when players step or they put on a Napoli jersey, they step on the field, they have something to prove. It's something that motivates us. We're this kind of always the redheaded stepchild of the Serie A, you know. But when somebody, we've created so many stars on this team. I mean, we have turned careers around. Look at Higuain. I mean, like literally, this guy would have been lost without Napoli. He's lost now. But that's what I'm saying. But look at his best year. When was it? It was in a Napoli jersey, probably.
Yeah.
Over Real Madrid jersey, over a Juve jersey, over 100%. One of the MLS jerseys. Napoli made Higuain. Whether you want to Sadi, De Laurentiis, the crowd, I think it was a combination of all of it. When all these things start hitting you, it's going to straighten you out a little bit. And that's like one thing I really love about this city, you know? It's nobody's bigger than the city, and I really like that. I think that's cool. But speaking of which, Raffa, so Spalletti, I believe all around thumbs up.
I like what
I gotta go. Ciao, bello, Enzo, keep papa.
Ciao.
Ciao, bello. Kiss to the baby. Congratulations to you. Much love to you. To your new extension of the family. Ciao.
I like what Dom said here. I'm not worried about our front attack at all. Spalletti never had this talent at his disposal. No, he did not have this amount of talent at his disposal. He has had Icardi and he has had Dzeko, and in those two instances, they won Capocannoniere with him. You know, so also we should probably mention that his keepers have had top clean sheets in the league too. It was Handanovic had 17 in the 2 seasons he was with Inter. One season was best in the league. The other was joint for second. So the defense is going to be in pretty decent shape too. So I don't see a reason we have to, you know, obviously the area of need is 100% left back. Yes, 100% we need that.
Yeah.
We get that. We get that. We're in good shape because he could keep a tight defense too. Spalletti can, for real. Right.
If tight or tight pants, according to Alfonso here. I like this one. Realize that Napoli equals life. I love this thing.
Oh yeah, man, love that.
Napoli does equal life, man. It's true. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Raffa, I wanted to also mention what was the. Should we talk about the kits? I mean, there's really not too much to say, but we are winding. We're coming to that hour mark, Raffa. We got. Yeah. I want to cut out after the 60-minute mark. So overall, Spalletti, so far so good. I think he'll be okay. The signings, honestly, we're still waiting, Raffa. We have mentioned that Emerson may come on a loan deal. With
I still believe in Emerson. I still believe in the Emerson deal happening.
We do have a whole month. We have a whole month.
We have a month. That's another thing. That's another thing a lot of people are freaking out about. Check to see who's bought who so far. It's not very long of a list. We're not the only ones. Everybody in the league, everybody in the world is affected by COVID, this, that, the other thing, finances, you know, gate receipts, blah, 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 lack thereof. This is not a very big transfer season. You know, you'll see a couple of surprise moves, like Juve got Kyle George. We were looking at him first. Of course, they went to go get him, but it doesn't matter. We don't need him. And, you know, it's just, for me, it's everybody's panicking, or not everybody, but a lot of people are panicking for no real good reason. I think it's going to come. The transfer window ends after the season starts, so let's not forget about that too. Napoli have a really good chance at getting Emerson because he wants to come play with Napoli. I think of all the names that are put out there, the Grimaldos, the Tamsidis, or whatever you want to call him, the Greek guy from Liverpool.
And the macaques.
I think the macaques.
Sorry.
I think that Emerson is really the number one choice and is the number one and will come. I think he will come. I think he had a hell of a time playing with Di Lorenzo and Insigne. He spent time with Meret, so he's familiar with those guys. And I really do think that, bringing
once again, sorry.
Who's yelling at that? You remind me of a Jerky Boy skit or something.
Yeah, that was my neighbor. No,
touch it in the back, he said. Touch it in the back.
These buttons are sensitive.
I tell you, it reminds me of you're bringing me back to days I used to listen to Jerky
Boys. Yo.
Shut it down. Bring it back, Mike. Bring it back. Oh, watch his legs, you son of a bitch.
The classic days, man.
Hello. I need a new awning.
You kicked my dog.
Oh, my gosh. So anyway, so for the gentleman who asked, I think it was Jerry, he asked the left back situation. I fully believe in it being Emerson. Now, I've said this before. You don't. Okay. I've said this before, and I've been wrong completely. James Rodriguez. Let's just leave it at that, But let's move on to the kids.
So I say it's going to be. I say the left back is going to be a bargain basement purchase. I have this weird.
And Mario Rui will start.
Yeah, and they'll. Yeah, I think. I wouldn't be surprised. How about that? Like I wouldn't be surprised if and as well as the center mid if we were to buy another one. I think if Bakayoko comes back, I don't think we get another. I don't think we'll see another.
I don't either. I don't think
so. If we keep Gaetano, and we re-sign Bakayoko, we don't sign any other midfielders.
Bakayoko in. I say Bakayoko in, regardless Gaetano.
Yeah, ready, Dom.
Well, no, listen, Dom. This is where we differ. I love this guy. He's a barber.
I love Dom too.
He's a buddy. I have his number. We talk personally. Mm-hmm. No. Okay. So you're talking about Rui. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're in agreement. I thought the God no was to Bakayoko. I'm in favor of bringing Bakayoko back in. I'm sorry. I think him coming in would provide the depth that we need. Him coming back in would provide the depth, and if it helps us get that Emerson deal, do it.
Do it. Why not?
He said God no too to that. He said God no.
Love, bro.
Come on, man.
Me and Dom are we got something working on. I'm not gonna mention it today because we still
what do you got?
Yeah, we got something going on. Let's just say listen, we had if anybody caught, I know you weren't here that day, Raffa, but we had Victoria Coni.
Oh yeah.
He just participated in the New Jersey State Triathlon. And he had, CNC sponsored him. Or at least, we raised some funds for him. We got him some drip. We got him some triathlon gear. And it really, promoted kind of this health kick. And, we still have the summer going on. And considering everything that has happened, I really want to try to, do something. I've been getting back on my bike lately. I've been doing these things. I really want to do something to kind of get the group together to promote, physical as well as mental health. And, kind of make it a group activity with people all over the country / world so we can kind of push each other. Because Dom the other day was he watched the Bayern game. He's like, bro, I'm going working out. It pumped him up. And I saw that and I'm like, I'm pumped up too. So I went on my bike and I worked out. I was like, you know what? This is really good. I think if we all motivate each other.
I agree.
And again, here, we're going to do big things, brother. Build people up, no negative vibes, all positive.
That's
and I'm with
need.
this 100%, 120%, 200%. So I don't have all the details yet, but get ready. I really would love for all of us to just kind of get together and do
you touched the subject. Allie and I were talking the same thing. We got the kids' bikes, and
Okay.
we're like, we need bikes too. Let's get
Bikes
some
are good.
bikes, dude. I'm in such awful shape. I wouldn't last 10 minutes on a bike. But I tell you what, you go 10 minutes one day, you go 15 the next, you go 20 the next, you go 25 the next.
That's it.
The next
Chip
thing you
away at
know,
it,
you're
baby.
getting in shape. Yeah, man. So,
Raffa,
I'm with you.
I went like not even half a mile the other day, and I turned right back around.
Oh,
Today
dude.
I did 5 miles. I did 5
Oh, you
miles.
go.
You know, and we got the little app to record it, which is cool. Again, I'm still working out which app that we'll use. You got the bike one, and they have like some social features, so we can comment on each other, kind of push each other, and this all really started with this idea.
Then
Look at LeBon. Right, look at LeBonco.
anything is possible.
Thank you, Vincenzo. That was great. Anything is possible. And he was in the picture. He had those 4 girls with him. He's chilling. That's what I want to do. 5 miles, bro. Nice. Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
Dude. Good for you.
I'm starting off. Meanwhile, Dom Zonde's got like 15 miles. That guy's
Listen, Lobotka has to
got
lose
those
8
arms,
kilos.
bro.
Lobotka has to lose 8 kilos to fit in that EA7 jersey.
Yo, seriously.
You think
Speaking
Kappa
of
was
jerseys,
tight?
so let's end it. Let's end it with the kit situation. I don't even know what to say because there was that leak, and then there was like a possible mock-up.
The mock-up.
By the way, that mock-up, I don't know. Some people I don't know how
A
much.
lot
I
of
was
people
with
don't.
It.
A lot of people
I wasn't
don't.
with it. Like, if I got to go through all that for that kit, I don't know. That's my issue. The latest mock-up looked like a T-shirt, like a blue T-shirt. So I'm hoping. I really hope ADL pulls this one off. That's all I'm going to say.
I think he will. I
just hope he pulls it off.
I think
or his daughter. His daughter's running the project, right?
Well, so here's the deal. Here's how I feel about the shirts, right?
Mozzarella ball and mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Scoundrel, we're going to definitely steal this.
I like that. Here's how I feel about the kits, right? I don't think the kits matter a thing. Not a freaking thing. I don't care that we're still in last season's Kappas for preseason. I don't care that we sewed an SSC Napoli patch over Kimbo. I don't care that we had Zeus supply us with, logo-less stuff to wear during our leisure time. I don't care about any of that stuff, man. If you remember, you don't remember, but I covered this. When Diego Maradona and Napoli transferred, now I know I'm talking about the 80s. I know, I get it. It's a different time. I understand. I get it. But when you go back and take a look, there are some preseason matches that Napoli played in kits from the season prior that were Buitoni still, okay? They actually had to be the 86, 87 or 85, 86 because they were without the Scudetto and the Coppa Italia because they had changed sponsors over to Mars. And you could literally see a Mars patch over the Buitoni. Like the Buitoni was still visible. It was like that. It was like someone drew the Mars logo on a sheet, on a blue sheet, and you could see it through it. Like, but here's the deal. I don't care as much as everybody else here cares. I don't need to wear EA Sette right now. I don't need to. I just bought this. This just came in today. I don't need to wear that stuff right this second. I don't. I could wait until September, October to get it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Right.
And I don't want to hear that ADL is running a low budget, like a Bush League scheme over there. It's, a minor league team or just very it's very anti what's going on today. Well, guess what? We're the first team to choose purposely to manufacture our own kits.
Right.
I'm sorry, distribute our own kits manufactured by EA Sette, right?
Right.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me, not even a little bit. I don't care that the kits are going to be unveiled 2 days before the season. As long as it's unveiled 2 days before the season and we have a proper kit to start the season, then I don't care. I really don't. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me at all because I'm looking at it.
Lecce?
I'm looking at it in the no, Lecce did not do it before us. Roma did it. But they were forced to do it.
Right.
If Lecce did it, then if prove to me that Lecce did it, and I'll give you that. But I mean, here's the deal: is that there's no middleman in distribution. We're distributing ourselves, and everybody says things like, "Oh, it's going to be harder to get." I'm sorry, there's no guarantee that with Adidas, Nike, Puma, whatever, that those kits are going to be in a store. Have you seen anybody go into an Adidas store? Has anybody seen a Cagliari kit? Has anybody seen an Atalanta kit 5 years ago when they went to Nike? You tell me if you're going into Puma and you get to see a random Sassuolo kit
Raffa,
hanging around.
I'll say it. I said this before. I'll say it again, and I'm going to stick by it. When you see kits being sold in the United States, has nothing to do with the name in the front, everything to do with the name in the back. Okay?
No, but
that's
you
how
don't
marketing
understand
works.
me.
I'm sorry.
You're right. But even though those kits don't have names in the back, but what it is that they're representing that team. So you're gonna find. You might find a Messi or a Ronaldo jersey with a name on the back, but I'd be damned if you go to find a Lewandowski kit on the back of a Bayern Munich jersey, or if you'll find a Rafa Leao kit in the back of a Milan jersey. You're gonna find
the last few Adidas. I did go to a couple Adidas stores, Rafa, and when I went there, they had like the Juve jerseys and I believe the Milan ones. And let me tell you, they weren't even facing the front. They were facing the back. It was Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic. Like,
but you're talking about those are superstar players. Those are Messi, Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic. Those are players.
But just to kind of like piggyback off what you said, as far as kids
you're not going to see Osimhen on the other side.
You're not going to see an
Osimhen
kid. No, that's what I'm trying to get at. I think for the most part in the States, when you see these Italian teams, typically, I'm not saying always, typically, because somebody did mention they found the Napoli jerseys in a certain area, and then it was like a big Spanish, like a big Latina demographic and stuff. So I don't know what that's about, but
they wanted to get Lozano kits.
That's what I'm trying to say. But it proves my point even more. It's Lozano that they're looking to buy. You know, like how many Mexican fans did we get over the past year or so because of Lozano? It's because of the player, not necessarily because it's. And I'm fine. I'll take your money. I don't care. I'll take your fanship. But let's keep it real. When we see these jerseys in the store, most of it is being marketed because of the player, not necessarily the team. Now, that's not to say that there's not blanks in the jerseys. You can still find. But even like baseball jerseys, always a number. How many times did you see, Aaron Judge's uniform or Derek Jeter at the time? It was always like connected to a player. Those are like the best buys that stores will sell. So I don't know. I know Quentin here. I'm going to read this. Sorry, Rafa. Let me just read this because Quentin says this all the time, and I just want to put it out there for him. I personally don't want to be able to find a Napoli jersey in a store. I like that you have to go out of your way to get one of ours. There aren't any accidental Napoli fans.
That's right. And it's not even going out of your way. Just go online. You can order it online. It comes in. Dudes, here's a story. Okay, and I was telling Ralph this off the air. Francesco Valenti, Fran, right? He has a problem sometimes, for some reason, getting his equipment, his kits, from enapolistore.com, right? enapolistore.it or whatever it is, right?
The official online
I can
Napoli.
tell it's not the official. It's not the official.
It's not
It's not the official. It's a store that's located in Naples, but they have a significant online community too. They have an online store.
Okay.
Napoli web store on napoli.it, right, is the official web store. I've bought from there. It's taken, now, COVID, what have you, but it took like a good 2 months to get my stuff in, right? enapolistore.com or whatever the site is, enapolistore.it, right? Fran asked me if I could buy him jerseys, right? We were in the middle of the Drip King fight. And he goes, yo, man, if you buy these kits for me and send them to me, I'll pay you right away because I know you get them quick. And everybody, I'm part of an Instagram chat where they were all just arguing about how it takes forever to come in. It takes forever to get it. It's impossible to find a Napoli shirt, this and that. And I'm like, guys, I ordered from this site and it's in a week. So I ordered this jersey, these jerseys for Fran. It was on a Wednesday. No, I'm sorry, it was on a Thursday. So not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before. I ordered them. They came in last Wednesday. I was supposed to get them Thursday. They came in on Wednesday, right?
Okay.
Early.
Right.
Cool. Now Wednesday comes around. Now he asked me because I had extra patches. I got the patches here. I had a Champions League one. He asked me to put the Champions League patch on the one kit that was a Champions League jersey but didn't have the patches on it. He asked me to do that. Okay, I did it. I messed up the respect patch. I messed it up. It was a little crooked.
How
it was a little
could you, Raffa?
Dude, I messed it up and I was so pissed about it. I was so sick about it. I was like, Fran, dude, I messed up, man. I just bought you another jersey, so that's where I bought that. I bought Paulie a jersey. I gave that jersey to Rocco because that's gonna fit Rocco. I bought Paulie a jersey. I bought the 90th anniversary kit that I really always wanted, and I bought this. Okay, that was on Thursday night, U.S. New York time. That was Thursday at like 4:30 at night. So what? 10:30 at night in Naples, right? This is at my doorstep this morning. Now, mind you, Friday morning, they must have received the order. They put it in the mail. And this was not an overnight shipping. This was regular shipping to the United States, DHL. Friday, the order goes in. Thursday night, the order goes in. Friday morning, the order is received by Napoli store. They notify me of the shipment. They tell me it's going to be in Wednesday. It was here on my doorstep when I got home. That's why I opened this up. I put this on. Okay. Overnight. So basically overnight because Saturday, Sunday is weekend hours.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. If that's not quick enough for you guys, I don't know. Also, Napoli is the first team ever in history to have its own official Amazon store. Where if you buy something Amazon Prime, that shit's coming the next day. So right. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear. And that's Napoli working, not Kappa, that's Napoli. So when Napoli and EA7, okay, manufacture this kit and it's available on Amazon, you're going to get it right away. So who cares if it's Adidas, Puma, Nike, and it's not in a store? Oh, I want to walk into a store and see a Napoli kit. Yeah. Who gives a crap? Who cares?
Raffa, let's keep it real. It's like we order everything off of Amazon or online ordering. Come on, guys. Let's keep it real. I bet you like 95% of most of your shopping, with the exception of food, probably comes from online ordering. It's the wave of the future, guys. It's here. So it's okay. I know you kind of want to hold a product. Rafa, I get it. Especially we're old school. We're a little bit older. We shopped in a time before online ordering per se, where it's so at least as the convenience of it today. We didn't we didn't necessarily experience it then. So going to the mall or going to the store, waiting for something to drop, picking it up, holding it in your hands, smell the newness of it, throw it in the bag. Can't wait to get home, try it on. I get it. There definitely is a fun experience about all that. But guys, come on, man. Like as long as the thing looks fly and we can order it and it can get to our house in a reasonable amount of time, there should be no issues, guys.
I want you to bring something up that Pipo says here, right?
Okay.
He goes, you guys are talking like America is the only country that has stores. I understand what you're saying with that because you're right, 100%. Yeah. But I'm talking about Americans in New York arguing that it's not going to be in the stores. So either way, if it's Adidas, Nike, or Puma and they're in stores in Europe, they're not going to be in the stores in America. So you got to order it online anyway. So that takes care of that. Right. And yes, Cagliari and Atalanta aren't a good example because I was going to say this as well. Besides Atalanta, Cagliari's not a big team. Atalanta's on the come up, but Napoli is a bigger team than those teams in regards to where we're at. But don't forget, once again, we're not the biggest team. We're not even the third biggest team in Italy. You know what I mean? We're still a young team relatively. Yes,
at this level.
Yes, we celebrated our 95th birthday the other day. Yesterday. Happy birthday, Napoli! 95 years old. Yes, we did do that. Okay, but as as SSC Napoli as we know it today, we're so young. We're still ADL has only been in this league for 15 years, and the first 10 he spent trying to build a name. Now that he has, now he's getting into the Amazons, and he's getting into, trying, Konami now. He's trying to get the fact that he doesn't have a distributor, and it's an in-house distribution, which cuts out a middleman, which makes a little bit more money, which is It's innovative. It's something new. It's something fresh. It's an idea. Happens. So listen, the first year something happens is never going to go smooth. Everybody needs to relax about the kits. They'll be out. They'll be beautiful. Right. We're all going to buy it anyway. The third kit's going to be red. Okay.
Which is awesome. I love that.
Which means, right? The third kit's going to be red. There's no red box around Lete. You know what that means? Your third kit's going to look like this, guys. Your third kit's going to look like this.
Fire.
Lete is going to look like that. So for everybody who's pissed about Lete and red, right? Your Lete is going to look red. Your Lete is going to be white on the red kit with no box around it.
Those crickets again, Raffa.
Yeah. No.
It's quiet. It's quiet around. I live in a kind of a secluded part of town, so you hear a lot of crickets. But let's do closing songs here because we got to wrap up soon, guys. Definitely a lot of fun to be back, man. I was so excited to see everybody in the chat today, guys. Thank you so much. It's just been a pleasure. Hold on, Christopher Estrada. Hey, Ralph, real quick. Why are no soccer stores here in the U.S. for Napoli jerseys? Our fan base is growing quickly. They should, because, guys, Christopher, we're big, but we're not that big yet. All right, we're getting
also
there.
Christopher, online stores are destroying store fronts. Yeah. There's no reason to open an Italian soccer store,
right?
Unless you're in deep in the heart of New York City, where there's a ton of Italians.
And there's still not as much.
Even then, you're gonna sell one jersey to one guy, and then what? Everything is online, man.
Let's get a big FORZA NAPOLI SEMPRE going on in the chat. We haven't done that in a while, guys. Again, thank you for sticking around with us in our summer schedule. Things have been a little bit lighter. We've been just busy doing things and also taking a little break. I think it's good to step away a little bit. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Is it a little loud, Raffa? I'm sorry.
Dami.
You good?
It's going to look like my taper, you said, right?
Oh.
Look at that, baby.
Fire taper, guys.
That's my apprentice at work, Johnny Newton. We call him Johnny Nieves because he needs to have a little bit of flair.
Matteo Casella, thank you for joining us. But yeah, again, it's been a light summer, but guys, as soon as the season comes, preseason, more news, more transfer news, we're going to be on here again every Monday, just like we were before, along with the post-game rants as well. Again, we want more participation from you guys. We really want to make this a place that everybody can kind of come in and Forza
Napoli Sempre. Puñeta.
We're back, baby, for tonight. Yeah. But again, we want you guys to be a part of this because it just makes the show that much better. We Raffa and I set out to do this with you guys. That's so important for us. So thank you, everybody. Today was wonderful. We had everybody.
It felt so good to be back. Yes.
Really, really did, man. It really feels like I'm at home again every time.
Yeah, man, for sure.
God, fire.
Yo, speaking of kits, I wanna pre-announce the next giveaway. Okay, we are working on another giveaway. I have a question I want to ask everybody, and they have to answer it the right way in order to be involved in the giveaway. But I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on it. Next episode, we'll ask the question. And when you can answer the question to us, I guess on Instagram, right? That'll enter you into the contest. So we'll do a week-long contest, and you'll win a prize. There's a prize that I'm working on, so. But it has to do with the kits that I have in my closet. It's just a little.
All right.
It's a little sneak peek into the next giveaway. So.
Definitely gonna end the summer with a bang. But yeah, we're gonna do lots of that too, guys. Guys, we're working on it. Stick around, man. We're getting better and better, guys. But that's all the time we have for today. I got my cat. He's about to climb down. I want you guys to witness this guy, witness this climber. Look at him.
Look at him climb up there. Look at him.
Look at that effort. Look at that effort, man.
He knows it's the Olympics. Look at that.
He knows. He's trying to get. He likes to get on TV. By the way, his name is Jackson. Awesome little guy. Good member of the team.
Chris Estrada, pretty soon, my friend. Pretty soon.
Yeah.
We'll do it really soon. We're things are looking, to be a little more hectic now.
Yeah.
But
let's get through Delta and all that shit. And
let's get through some stuff. We'll have a good chance to get together for some games. Okay, absolutely, 100%.
Awesome.
It will happen this season. Let's just put it that way.
Definitely gonna work on it, man. It's permitting. I hope to see everybody soon.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
until then, we'll see you next time. At the very least up here, Raffa. But great show. It's been a pleasure to see everybody in the chat. And Forza Napoli Sempre, Raffa. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Forza Napoli.